Hey there. I was just checking my emails and I have an email that I need to respond to where I have to say no to a client. A client is asking if I can lower my fees. And my answer is no. I do not negotiate my speaking fees. How I say no is important. I want my no to be respected and accepted, and I want to protect the relationship. In this video, I'm going to share with you my three-step formula for how I say no at work and in life. So if you ever have to say no to a customer, if you have to deliver bad news, you are going to appreciate this video, my three steps for how to say no with confidence. How to say no with confidence at work and in life. Now, I'm going to say no to my client using three tips, the same three tips that I share with my clients in my workshops when we're talking about how to deliver bad news to a customer. I'm going to lay this out for you using an example from my personal life when I had to say no. And I'm pulling a personal example because I want you to see that you can use this at work and you can use this in your personal life. So, my friend of over 40 years, yes, 40 years, we've been friends since junior high, invited me to be a part of her wedding vow renewal. She and her husband were celebrating 25 years of marriage and they were putting together a ceremony. And she had a surprise skit where she would serenade her husband. The skit would be her and then three backup dancers, backup lip syncers. And I was invited to be one of them. It involved dancing, which required rhythm, which I don't have, a rehearsal time that I just didn't want to give to it, dressing up and acting. And it just did not sound like a lot of fun to me. I am an introvert. Despite what I do on the stage and with my clients, I really am an introvert. And nothing about my friend's wedding skit appealed to me. So I had to say no. For me, I had to say no, and I had to be careful because this relationship matters to me. So I'm going to walk you through how I confidently and firmly said no to my friend's request for me to be one of three backup dancers in her wedding. And so you'll see through my example how you can use this personally, and then I'll also give you tips for how to use this with your customers. All right, my three tips for how to say no with confidence. All right, my first tip for saying no with confidence is to own your no. Own what you are saying. And you've heard me say this before: say what you mean what you say, and don't be mean when you say it. That is the embodiment of owning your no. I want you to say no without sugarcoating it, without hesitation, without over apologizing. And I typically don't even recommend you apologize. Usually you haven't done anything wrong. You're just simply setting a boundary, whether that's at work or in life. With my friend, I owned my no by saying, I love you and I am so happy for your big day. But that is simply not something I am comfortable doing. It gets me out of my comfort zone. And I know, I was telling her, that I'd be so focused on the skit and getting it right and how I would look that I wouldn't even be able to enjoy your big day. So, no, I'm not able to do this. Tip number two: Keep it short. Don't over explain. Don't over apologize. The more you talk, the more words you use to try to justify your no, the more you invite a lot of back and forth, the more you welcome pushback. So you've got to keep it short. Be clear, be direct, and be brief. With my friend, when she did push back, simply because she wanted me to be a part of this skit, I simply said, that's not something I would be comfortable with. And it was a full stop. No apology, no, I'll think about it. That's just not something I'm comfortable with. You have to keep it short when you are saying no to customers, to anyone in your personal life. All right, my final step, tip number 3, is I want you to shift the focus. Now, this is particularly important when you're dealing with a customer. This is to redirect from the no to offer with customers an option or talk about next steps. With my friend, because the relationship is incredibly important to me, it mattered to me how she perceived my no. I shifted the focus directly after saying that's not something I'm comfortable with. I shifted to, but I will be right there on the front row, cheering you on and capturing images. And I meant that quite literally. Photography is one of my passions. While I didn't take my camera, I had my phone there and I captured some pretty stunning images for her on the big day. So I shifted the focus from the no, I won't participate in the skit to, but I will also get some fantastic photos for you. So shift the focus to what you can do or whatever the next logical next steps will be. You know what? My friend understood. She was disappointed, but she understood and she respected my decision. Just like I said no to my friend, and just like I'm going to type a no to my client in just a few minutes, you can say no. You can say no without feeling guilty. You can say no without over apologizing or explaining yourself into a corner, or worse, getting talked into something you didn't want to do. You can say no in your personal life, and you can say no to customers. When you feel confident, when you use this very easy 3-step formula, you're going to say no in such a way that you get customers to accept your word as the final word. And remember, say what you mean what you say, and don't be mean when you say it. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. If I helped you today with this video, do me a favor and like my video. If you're not already a part of my community, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if you need more help setting boundaries at work or in life, I want you to check out my resources. I have courses on how to deliver bad news. Of course, I have my popular De-Escalation Academy that will help you preempt escalations. It will help you feel more confident when you deliver bad news and when you say no. I will put links to those resources in the description, and I will catch you on the next video.